Students, today we will complete the next part of that human reproduction. This is reproductive health. In the previous part you have studied the reproduction in human being and that reproductive organs and the process of reproduction, formation of gametes. Now today we will study the reproductive health. So let me see what are the topics involved in the reproductive health. This is the chapter overview. Reproductive health, need for reproductive health and prevention of the sexually transmitted diseases, birth control, need and methods, contraception, medical termination of pregnancy, amniocentesis, infertility and assisted reproductive technologies. All these IVF, ZIFT, GIFT, elementary idea for the general awareness. So these some of the topics you have studied already in 10th class also. These that contraceptive and all these methods, medical termination of the pregnancy, amniocentesis. So this will be easier for you to understand. Some terminologies are the new one added. So in that reproductive health, the definition is there. Program of this reproductive health, family planning, RCH. Contraceptive methods will have all the methods. Natural methods are there, barriers are there, IUDs are there, MTP, amniocentesis, and the reasons for the causes of fertility, infertility is there. Assisted reproductive technology, all IVF, IUT, ZIFT, ICSI, GIFT, AI and IUI. Definition and application only you have. Causes and symptoms of the sexually transmitted diseases: gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes, chlamydiasis, genital warts, trichomoniasis, hepatitis B and AIDS. So we'll start with the reproductive health. So what is reproductive health? Reproductive health actually refers to the ability of the person to produce healthy offsprings. So as it is the health, the socially, mentally, physically well-being is the health one. But which health we are talking about? That is the reproductive. So it refers the ability of the persons to produce healthy offsprings. In general, the term reproductive health means a state of healthy reproductive organs with the normal function. But the term is not so simple. It also includes the social, mental and emotional aspects related with the sex and the reproduction. So according to the WHO, what is the reproductive health? So according to WHO, that reproductive health is the total well-being in all aspects of reproduction, that is physical, emotional, behavioral and the social. So this is the reproductive health. So you learn this definition that given by the WHO. Now reproductive health problems and strategy. So India was among the first countries to initiate actions and plans to attain the total reproductive health as a social goal. And these programs, they are called as the family planning programs. And there are the improved programs also currently in operation have a popular name, that is reproductive and child health care programs. In short, this is known as the RCH. So there are various steps taken by the RCH in order to create the awareness about the reproductively healthy society. So let me see here how has the government taken the measures. So through the help of audio visuals and the print media, these that steps are taken. It involves even the family members also, close relations also involved in the awareness. And sex education is also introduced in the schools to provide the awareness. Like the introduction of the basic sex education in a school, it is encouraged to provide right information to the children. So this would encourage them for believing from believing in myths and having misconceptions about the sex related aspects. Proper information about the reproductive organs, then adolescence and related changes, safe and hygienic sexual practices, sexually transmitted diseases. This would help people to lead a reproductively healthy life. So this is the measure. Then proper information about all these reproductive organs, adolescence, related changes, safe and hygienic sexual practices, sexually transmitted diseases. Like in this way, this chapter is introduced in your class also in order to make you aware about all the information about the reproductive health. Through the help of audiovisual media, family members, sex education, this we have done already. And here the contraceptive methods are also there, and the slogan also given by the that to keep the family small. The slogan was given, that is hum do hamare do, we too and our too. In this context, the government is providing many contraceptive devices also free of cost. And here that for the male also here, and for the female also, the contraceptive pills like Saheli, it is a contraceptive method which is available in that free of cost in the district hospitals across the country. It is to be noted here that Saheli was developed by the Indian scientists at CDRI, that is Central Drug Research Institute, Lucknow. And government has also raised that here that statutory raised the marriageable age, that is 18 for the girls and 21 for the boys. So these are many that steps taken by the government here for the that maintaining the reproductive health. And reproductive and child health care programs are also there, that RCH. So the important goal of these RCH is also creating the awareness among the people about various aspects of the reproductive health, providing facility and support for building a reproductively healthy society, creating awareness among the people about the child health, breastfeeding and vaccination. So these are the steps. Now why and how it is there, let me see. Population explosion, you have studied already that the world's population being 2 billion in 1900 was relocated to 6 billion in 2000. So this explosion of the population is the reason for the birth control. India's population was about 350 million during independence and almost reached now in billions. Rapid decline in death rate, and here that the maternal mortality rate and the infant mortality rate, it also decrease. So because of that, there is increase in the number of people in reproducible age are the reason for this. Means why do we pay attention, or the government is paying attention on the reproductive health? So this is the reason, means these all are the reason. The population explosion is there, then there is all reason for the population explosion. This is the decline in death rate, MMR and IMR, and lack of sex knowledge and discussion, poor socio-economic structure, many more reasons are there. So because of that, there is a need to introduce this RCH programs in order to maintain the reproductive health. Now we'll see the birth control and contraceptive devices. So contraceptive devices means which aim to prevent the sexual intercourse from causing the pregnancy, that is preventing the meeting of sperm and ovum. And an ideal contraceptive device here should be user friendly, easily available, effective and reversible with no or least side effects. So let me see what are the different contraceptive methods are there. So different contraceptive methods, there are natural methods, barriers, IUDs, oral contraceptives, injectable implants and the surgical methods. So one by one we will see all these methods. First we will start with the natural methods. Here in natural methods, mainly these natural methods are there, they are used to avoid the meeting of sperm and ovum. So some of the examples, like some of the methods are there, that is the periodic abstinence. Periodic abstinence means avoiding the coitus from day 10 to 17 of menstrual cycle when ovulation is expected. So because the chances of fertility is very high during this period, hence it is known as the fertile period. Then the withdrawal or the coitus interrupt is the another method is there. So that before means to avoid the ejaculation, withdrawal of the organ and avoiding the insemination of the sperm there. Then the lactational amenorrhea. Yeah. So lactational amenorrhea is what, their absence of menstrual cycle during first 6 months of intense lactation period. So this is the lactational amenorrhea. In this what happens here, the menstrual cycle actually does not start when there is intense lactation period, means the mother feeds the baby. During that, this menstrual cycle does not start. So this is the lactational amenorrhea. Then the barrier methods are there. Here the barrier methods are there, like the condoms are there. Then the diaphragm, cervical caps, they are also the barriers for the females here. And advantages of the barrier methods: they are disposable, they can be safe, self inserted, they are reusable, prevents conception by blocking entry of the sperm through the cervix. Then next we will see the intrauterine devices. Devices inserted by doctors or nurses in the uterus through the vagina, they are intrauterine devices or IUDs. Examples are there like copper T, copper 7, multi-load 375, lipase loop. These are all the examples of the IUDs. And here the principle of means working of these IUD is there, that copper ions they released, and they release and suppress the sperm motility which enters into the cervix. So they suppress the sperm motility and fertilizing capacity of the sperm. And hormone releasing IUDs are also there. They make the uterus unsuitable for implantation and cervix hostile to the sperm. So these are the IUDs. Then the oral pills are there, like the pills which are taken daily for 21 days. They are very effective with less side effects. Saheli, about this already I explained you that new oral contraceptive contains a non-steroidal preparation. It's a once a week pill with a high contraceptive value. Some other pills are there, that is the progesterone only pills are there. Progesterone only pills for women who cannot take estrogen based pills, or those who wish to avoid the estrogen, then the progesterone only pills also may be an alternative. Sometimes they are known as the mini pills also, and they are used as a reliable and convenient way for preventing pregnancy. Then the combined oral contraceptives, which are known as the COC also, and they contain a synthetic version of estrogen, that is known as the ethinyl estradiol, and a synthetic version of progesterone, that is the progestogen. So this synthetic estrogen and progesterone together, they combine in the that this combined oral contraceptive COC, and this is also used as a contraceptive. Then injection or the implantation of the progesterone also are there, or this estrogen under the skin. So this implants also, they are also used, because it is a what is the implant? A narrow flexible rod about the size of a match, that is near about 40 mm to 2 mm, which is inserted under the skin of the upper arm, and this rod releases a constant amount of progesterone to give the contraception for up to 3 years, and the contraceptive effect is reversed soon after the implant is removed. So these are the oral pills. Then the next is the surgical method. So surgical method, you have studied already in the 10th class. The two surgical methods are there: vasectomy and the tubectomy. Vasectomy, this method is known as the sterilization also. Which method? The surgical method. And vasectomy is done in the male. So it is advisable for the male and female partner as a terminal method to prevent any more pregnancy. In male, they are known as the vasectomy, where the vas deferens to cut or tied. This you have studied already, that vas deferens which are carrying sperm from the testes to further to the urethra. So here the cutting and the vas deferens and tying them tightly, so it prevents this means it blocks the passage of the sperm from testes to the urethra. It is there. So this is also an effective method as a contraception. And another surgical method is the female, which is known as the tubectomy, in which the small part of the fallopian tube is cut and tied. So here you will see, this is the oviduct, here fallopian tube, and its a small part is cut and tied. So in that case, what happened? After the ovulation, egg cannot reach to the uterus, and further no fertilization take place here, and also the sperm also cannot reach here. So this method is highly effective, but their reversibility is very poor. Now the next method is the MTP. What is MTP? MTP is that the medical termination of pregnancy. So it is also known as the induced abortion also, and it is the medical way of getting rid of the unwanted pregnancy. And the basis for the termination depends upon the medical grounds such as birth defects in the child, improper growth or death of the fetus. It is not allowed for the sexual discrimination. And this MTP is the intentional or voluntary termination of the pregnancy before full term. This is MTP or medical termination of pregnancy, known as that induced that abortion also. Reason I already explained you, to get rid of unwanted pregnancies due to the that casual unprotected intercourse or failure of the contraceptive used during the coitus. Then MTPs are also essential in certain cases where continuation in a pregnancy could be harmful or even fatal to the mother or to the fetus, or may be harmful for both. So this is about the MTP, but it is illegal to perform MTP after determining sex of the child, as the government of India has banned sex determination. And MTP is legally permitted up to 20 weeks of gestation only. Pregnancy termination performed in first trimester is safer than in the second trimester, since it has fewer complications. So this is all about the MTP, medical termination of pregnancy. Now amniocentesis. This amniocentesis is actually the prenatal diagnostic test in which a small amount of amniotic fluid is removed from the amniotic sac through a fine needle inserted into the uterus through the abdomen under ultrasound guidance. So it is actually removal of the amniotic fluid from the amniotic sac. So in this technique, what is done? It is done to find out the chromosomal abnormalities in the developing fetus or the embryo by using the amniotic fluid, and this amniotic fluid is removed with the help of a fine needle by inserting it into the uterus and under the ultrasound guidance here. It is performed to detect genetic defects in the embryo, for example, Down syndrome, sickle cell anemia, cystic fibrosis, muscular dystrophy, Tay-Sachs disease. These are the genetic disorders. So basically, this is the role of amniocentesis. Yes, misuse is also done. It is also misused to check the fetal sex determination based on the chromosomal pattern in the amniotic fluid surrounding the developing embryo. So sometimes this technique is misused to finding out the fetal sex in subsequent female feticide also, but basically it is actually needed there to find out the genetic defects or genetic disorders. So students, we have completed all these methods, and in the next that part we will study the sexually transmitted diseases and infertility, and how can that infertility can be can be cured. There are the various ways to overcome the infertility. So revise the topic. This is the easier one once you go through the book also, and ask your doubts if you have.